reaction kinetics, among the definitions as well, mechanisms too, because that's something that I have to make sure. That's something I have to make sure I don't screw up. Because with mechanics, I always miss out the small stuff like labeling. Sometimes I miss out on that. So I miss out on errors. So I'm going through that now. Honestly, I'm not sure what I can do, but doing it.
I mean, other than getting back what you already have, I mean, there isn't much lah. That is what you need to do lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries about that. No worries about
that. So yeah, I'm just working on that now, doing papers. Not much to say.
Yeah. Tomorrow, when you finish your camp, like around 10, right? And you go back by yourself, right? Correct enough.
Sorry, go back by myself.
As in, your father does not pick you up,
yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So, go back and refresh yourself. Have a good lunch. Maybe you want to take just a little bit of rest, right? Then you're gonna get back the paper 2 map in pretty much the same manner. Like, you don't directly do a paper, you just collect things from your past papers done, right? But that's what you want to do, right? If there's ever a need to focus on certain topic, you can still do that tomorrow night, right? Whether pure math or I feel that the pure math is going to be very predictable. I mean, not 100%, but it's obvious what will come out, right? And then some others, we just don't know which one will come out, but it's very clear what haven't come. So just have to watch on very few things. The rest of the statistics, again, if you get it back, they are by nature very predictable.
I know.
So tomorrow, it would be nice if you could do one more paper, but that's not what you rush into, right? Just saying. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's for tomorrow. For today, you just do what you want. Right?
Yeah, I know.
On Friday, after math paper 2, then you can stop for a while. Yeah, that's all. Okay, so I'll just be here.
All right.
Oh wait, I do need to ask you something, right? Which I typed. What did I want to? Yeah, so I don't know how to draw the scatter diagram from the calculator. I put in the table already, and I have no idea what to produce.
Yeah, I can just show you.
Okay, thanks.
I can just get my calculator.
Sure. So I have to go to the table first. Sometimes I even forget how to do that. Or stats. Okay, I have the table.
So wait, I need to.
Okay, there's that table. Okay, so 1, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.2, something like that.
I'll just say 1,
1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.2, 5.
5, let's just 6.
And some random values will be, yeah, I mean, I guess that's enough. And then some L2 at 20, 46, 48, 60, 61.
Sure. Then
I don't know, 70, yeah, whatever.
92, 94.
Okay.
Yeah,
right. So now what do we do?
So I think we need a second Y to go to stat plot.
So how do we go to this stat? Oh, stat plot is there. Oh goodness me. So
yeah, then just on.
Oh.
Usually I just stick to the standard one, but you can. Yeah, I just pick the standard one. I don't know what the other ones do, but.
So we have to on that and
then graph it and give it
L1, L2 right? Okay, the
then you go to zoom.
And then what do we
I need to zoom it first. This is just my graph. If you want to draw the scatter diagram, then
sorry. After you set all of that, what do you do? Sorry, what do you press?
yeah, give me a sec. I need to set.
Oh yeah. You probably want to
This is from A levels. You go zoom and the zoom stat, which is number 9.
zoom stat. Okay.
Yeah.
Zoom sounds very. Oh yeah, I got it. And then when you want to plot the line, that means you go to the.
I'm not sure how you can plot the line. There might be a way. My teacher never. If you mean draw the regression line,
On top of this.
my teacher never taught me how I
Oh.
should.
So you just do it manually on paper, lah. Because that's usually what they ask, right?
Yeah, my teacher didn't really tell me I need to draw it. He just told me I need to plot it approximately according to the graphing calculator, and then I label the first and last, the lowest and highest data points.
And then?
And so just let's say for the graph, approximate where the data points are, and then label the first one and the last one.
Oh, no. I mean, when you have the regression A plus BX, you have the value A. Sometimes they ask you to draw on this scatter diagram also, right? So you just do it manually, lah.
Draw on the scatter diagram.
They don't ask you? Really?
They asked me to tell them what the regression line is, but because we don't really have graph paper in level.
Right. So we are really doing this roughly, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's always a sketch.
Right. So arguably, you don't even need the calculator, you just plot yourself,
Yeah, but that's we don't have appropriate scale to graph it properly. So everyone just sketches. So you sketch.
Right. So we are really just roughly sketching, and then that's it, lah.
Yeah, they don't expect exact. I don't
Right.
think.
I understand. Thanks. Thank you very much. That was tiring. Okay, all right. Thank you. Like you feel fatigue after the week that you had COVID, right?
Yeah.
Then does it stop? I mean now lah.
I think so.
Like you feel pretty much normal lah physically, kind of.
Yeah, I do.
Because I don't. I haven't. I had it later than you, right? So the fatigue stays probably until Friday. My goodness, right? I can't think straight during the first paper. It does matter. It does seem to matter. I think slower. I think I cannot be as comprehensive as I want. So I'm glad that you're not like that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine.
I'll get some drink. Yeah. Right, I can see.
Yeah. No.
Yesterday when you were helping Irish, right? Do you feel that actually did his homework
Sorry?
when you were helping and discussing the homework with Irish?
Yeah.
Do you feel that he actually do his homework? I mean, in a serious way.
The first part is it?
Yeah, the one that you guys discussed the past homework.
I think I don't know if it's like he just don't know how to do. I mean I think he got try lah. He really got try lah. But I think he just not used to the method. But like he very careless. He made like 4 mistakes even after going through. Like very simple mistakes.
Right.
Sometimes he likes to rush lah.
The mistakes, that means after you discuss with him how to do.
Yeah, I teach him how to do it, didn't he?
So some questions that he chose for himself, right? He chose for himself, he just cannot do like.
Yeah, it's like different methods lor. Cause like polynomial got like different method, like comparing coefficient all that. Then he like not really sure how to do.
Okay, understand. In the end, he is A math sec 3, especially before Trigo lah. Because Trigo at least we met and we discussed a lot. Right? So the A math before Trigo is I wouldn't say almost non-existent, but conceptually almost unreliable. Like it's almost you have to build things from ground up. No? So I'm not surprised when you say he doesn't seem to know certain technique. Right? But that was the thing. That was when his learning habit is really just it was just very bad. Sleeping pattern, learning habit, what happened in school, all those things. So that was that lah. That was before we met lah. Understand. Okay, all right. I am still feeling the fatigue from COVID lah. So I will still be slow lah these few days. I didn't expect it to last very long. As for Inesh, when he enters, so I guess the first thing to do is very similar. No? We still discuss homework, but he will be discussing less because yesterday last time he discussed 2 homeworks with you, right? 2 days worth of homework instead of 1 day. So it should take longer. This time it should take shorter. And then after that, it is still the same thing, no? So he will collect his own questions, and then he will do an introduction and discussion with us. Okay. Right. So how did it go when you were discussing the question with him yesterday, like the new one?
Oh, okay. I think he can do.
It seems like he has some sort of plan and some sort of idea, something like that. All right, then let's see it. Let's see today. Okay, right. So I guess at this point we'll just be waiting.
Sure.
Yeah, any questions so far?
No, I don't think so. Just going through wait again.
Oh, COVID is bad. Ganesh, I can see you. Can you hear me? Ganesh, I can see you. Can you hear me? Ganesh, can you hear me? Okay. Hmm.
Hello?
Yes, Inish. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Tell me what's the technical problem?
Oh, I overthought it. I accidentally think just press F4.
All right, let's be on time then. Yeah. If there is no technical problem. All right. Okay. Appreciate that. Okay. Your video, please.
Okay.
Right. Video, Jamboard. Then we'll do the standard thing lah. Anish, is it okay? Right.
Yeah, too.
So tomorrow we start at 8:30, right? That's every day. So set everything before 8:30, yeah? So I don't have to wait. All right.
Okay.
What are we waiting for? All right. Okay. Right. Right. Your 9B lah, right? Take a picture of the Jamboard, put it in there. We'll discuss.
Take a picture of my gem.
Your tablet. The tablet, take a picture, put it in the Jamboard. The tablet's main function is to take picture quickly lah.
Okay.
Please do so.
Page 19.
Right. You say that the answer is in decimal and then you stop. Please tell me why. Tell me your thought process. Why do you stop if it is a decimal?
Oh, that one. Are you referring to question 70?
The first one, 4B.
Oh, yeah. Because both of them are decimals.
So why do you stop because of that?
Because I didn't know which one to proceed with.
I don't get the thinking process. Why is the decimal disturbing you lah, basically, right? Is the decimal?
Okay, it's because of this. How am I supposed to use this? This is 5.
Right. So
What's this plus 1?
this doesn't make sense.
Right,
please equal again.
This x3.
X3. I'm so sorry. We're talking about 4B, right?
Oh, that one. Okay. What is it? I have no idea why it stops.
Right. So let's say the answer is decimal. So why do you stop?
I actually don't know why I stopped. I don't remember what I was thinking.
Okay, then will you continue now?
Yeah, okay.
All right. All right, let's say this. Then what do we do? Right. Kakak Brian, after I discuss the first question with him, then I will help him. Yeah. Right.
Sure.
Okay, so Ainesh, what do we do here?
Log everything.
Log what?
Log 3.
You cannot do log 3 in your calculator, right? So is it okay to use something else, or do you have to do log 3 to make it easy lah?
I have to do log 3 to bring down x. So
True. That's I guess that's one way to do it.
I also have GC, and I mean I can just leave it in log form, so it's fine.
So now, do you know that if you just want to bring the x down, that's what you at least remember from yesterday. Good. You don't have to use log base 3 lah. Log base 3 will eliminate the 3. If you just use log base 10, like what your calculator has, the x will still go down, but you will have a log 10 3 lah remaining. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Right. So watch it in the Jamboard.
Okay.
Log base 3 is the best, no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I log base 3 this, and our log base 3 x, the right hand side become x log. So x is this guy, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I use log base 10, for example, what in your calculator, what you have is log base 10. Right? So I have this. Log base 10, 3 to the power x. Now, what happened to this guy? Obviously, they don't disappear, but something that you like can still happen. This can happen. This is just one of the laws of logarithm, right? The x can go down, but you have something else remaining here lah.
I can just divide it. I can bring that to the other side.
Correct. So then your answer looks slightly different.
But it still means something.
Because by the laws of base change, this and this means exactly the same. By the law of base change. Right. So if you present your answer this way or that way, it doesn't matter what. Both are totally acceptable. Okay.
Yeah.
Now confirm your answer using this one. That means you need the second guy anyway to confirm your answer, correct?
Yeah.
So please confirm your answer.
I can get from the first guy directly.
I'm sorry.
I can get this. I can get this.
What is this?
This anyway. I just directly base it.
Yeah. So if you want to confirm using your calculator, you need the second guy, right? So the second guy is not that lah.
Yeah.
So please confirm and tell me whether it is right or wrong.
Yes.
Yankin, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm so okay so far. Because looking through what I can list out or what I can get.
From what you remember back then, how many minutes did you take to read paper 2?
Oh, that's I don't know.
25. Do you remember?
I think probably around 30 as well. I had
that makes sense.
That I had unlimited time also.
Yeah, that still makes sense though. That still makes sense. I think you have to read lah in chemistry, right? The one is just a master.
Yeah.
But 30 minutes means that you're just practicing in 1.5 hours, which is what you did practice on. You did practice for 1.5 hours. Right? I think if that's the case, I think that's still a good thing to do that tomorrow. Okay. So how is it, Ainesh? Your confirmation?
I couldn't find G, so I did LN because it means the same thing.
Correct. You're absolutely correct.
I got 1.5. I think that's all right.
No, that's not all right. What are you talking about, Ainesh? That is totally not all right.
Because it's 2 randoms.
1.5 means your difference with 4 is around 50%. Are you okay with that?
No.
All right. The difference of 1 to 2% is fine. Right now, what does this mean, Ainesh?
Something's wrong.
Correct. I already see the mistake from the start.
What?
Now, look at line 1 and line 2. Right? You're going to apply the technique I teach you immediately to find mistakes. right? So how do you find mistake? By comparing each line and dotting what is right and what is wrong, right?
Yeah, I already
You remember?
Is it this?
Shift to the left. This keeps happening in your video. Shift to the right. Okay, good.
Is it this?
What is that supposed to be?
2.
Adjust everything and redo lah. So what's the adjustment on line 3?
Okay.
Is it still decimal?
1 is, but it's clean. It's 4/9.
A much nicer fraction. Good.
Yeah.
Right. Then find your new answer and reconfirm. Now, you say that you cannot find your log base 10 in your calculator. Now, show it to me. I'll show you the button. You see the LN button, right?
Yeah.
On the left is an LOG button. That doesn't feel like base 10. That is base 10.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't explain it, but that is base 10. No other bases. So that's your base 10. Now, let me see your answer and confirmation. Let's find out whether your correction is the right thing. Right.
Yeah, so I'll just use LN since I already used it.
No problem. Show me the confirmation.
Oh, yeah, I did.
A bit too slow. You already typed all the necessary stuff. Sorry, why is this slow?
Oh, I deleted everything.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, I got exactly 1.
That is a very good thing, especially in exam. Especially in exam.
Yeah.
Right. You discover your own mistake. Although I have to prompt you to find your mistake. It's like you were in the state of disbelief when your first confirmation happened. What is this, man? You didn't automatically go to finding your own mistake. Try that. That's what we are trying to do, to be very quickly in realizing that we make something wrong, and then we can go and find, right? Okay. The rejection is also good. Right. Before we go to the next question, what is my recommendation yesterday on this question?
You mean which question are you referring to?
The question that we just talked about.
Sub.
And how do we know when to use the strategy of subbing?
When you see like a plus
or a minus, where?
Where?
Yeah, where?
In the question.
Where?
With the X, like between the two objects with X in it.
Below just say below, not the guy on top. The X plus 1 doesn't matter. Okay. The plus below or the negative below matters. That's where you consider this strategy immediately. Okay. So
yeah.
Remember that for the next question. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. Please go to the breakout room. Discuss everything with Kakak Brian. Right. Okay. All right. After finish discussion, Kakak Brian, you know what to do with Ines, yeah?
The going through of the new questions, is it?
Correct. And then that's it.
10 or 9:30?
9:30 only.
Oh, only 9:30 only.
Yeah, should be enough for today. In fact, you guys should probably finish everything by in 20 minutes. I think lah. I think. Okay. At most 30 lah. At most 30. Okay.
There was one question I wasn't able to do.
Proving what? Is it?
Yeah.
If you can do everything but proving, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yan King, okay so far?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Man, the fatigue is really bad. If you look back at Yan Kin, is it the fatigue that causes you to recover slowly, or is it something else? If you look back,
Probably the fatigue and the thought that I'm running out of time.
Two major things lah. Those two things lah. I understand.
Yeah.
Ines, you should go to the breakout room.
I'll see in the picture. Okay, I'm going.
Right. In the end, Yan Kim, how did you? What's the process of getting back to your feet? If you think about it.
Slow, very slow. I think.
You're saying that the ingredient is just time. That's what it is.
Oh boy, I don't know how I put that. I don't. I wouldn't say just time, but
time is a big ingredient.
yeah. I don't know. I haven't really had time to. I haven't really had time to think about
Understand.
it.
Understand. No worries.
Yeah.
It's obvious that you already are back to your feet lah. That is obvious lah.
I tried to be.
No matter what, after math paper 2, you must rest.
Yeah.
Then you continue on Saturday, no? That's all. I'm just asking you to rest on the Friday, right?
Okay.
It's very weird. I cannot do anything much to help myself. And it's very weird. Man. It's a very weird feeling. That's why I asked, right? Is there anything that could have been done better to help you recover? Right now, I don't know. I could wish that I experienced COVID first than you, right? But that means that you may experience the fatigue way into the exam week, which is very bad. Very, very bad.
Yeah, I think it will not have been.
Yeah. So what you experience, as weird as it sounds, is the optimal time to get sick. Right. It's better not to get sick, but I believe there are many people who experience the same thing as you, You cannot be the only one sick at that time, right? Cannot be one.
No, I don't think I was. I don't think I would have been. But Hi,
Yep.
small question. I don't recognize this. I was thinking originally it was nucleophilic addition, like CN with trace, like HCN with trace amount of NaCN. But I'm not sure what this reaction is. I've never seen a triple bond N form from an aldehyde. I was thinking nucleophilic addition because of the OH, but I don't know.
So you're saying that, of course, you recognize the aldehyde, right? And you recognize the CN, right? But the problem is the CN currently is, wait a minute, how come the CN doesn't make sense? Wait.
Yeah.
How come the C in CN has five hands? That doesn't make sense. Wait, what's going on here? Right? If I'm not mistaken, that last C has 5 hands, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to make sense. Wait, what? Huh?
I'm hesitant to try answer sheet in case but I can.
At this point, if there's a 5-hand C, we better recheck everything, right? That's so weird. I'm gonna check one more time. I'm just gonna check something else one more time, just to make sure that in our universe there is no such thing as a 5-hand C without it being a carbocation or something like that, right? Carbocation may have 5 hands. This doesn't seem to be a carbocation, right? Right. So please do something else first. I do a check, but I'm pretty sure something is fishy here, which doesn't make sense, right? It's a TYS question. It's very unlikely for them to make such a mistake. Very, very unlikely. What is going on? This is the start of the question, right?
Functionally, I mean, the previous one just asked me to identify isomers.
Yeah, what is going on here? Okay, let me do a check. Done. Then what do I do here? The name they give you, the cinnamol, the height is the first guy, not the second guy, right? They don't give you any name for the second guy, isn't it?
Can you give me any what name? No, it's just G.
Yeah. Okay, let's check whether this guy exists. No, the thing they give me is cinnamic acid, which is not that. So it turns out that this cinnamol, the height cinnamol is the guy in front, right? That seems to be quite popular, but something with a 5 hand. You know, we can do a Google search for an image, right?
I mean, I know reverse image search, but that's about it.
Well, I basically just copy paste that image and try ask Google to see whether there is such thing or not. Cinnamol, the height definitely have, but the second guy doesn't seem to give us anything. Okay, so I pointed out the very weird C, which again I don't think should exist. So why don't we just check the answer key?
Sure.
The N must have 3 hands, right? So I think the N 3 hand, yeah. But then again, what about the C?
Oh, yeah, it is just nucleophilic addition.
Yeah, but what is the second guy? Is the second guy officially has a C with 5 hands? Officially, really?
I only have the answer sheet, but like they just gave HCN trace amount of NaOH here.
It's very weird. CN is supposed to be terminal for a reason, right? CN is supposed to be a terminal guy, right? Because you only have 1 hand left. This is very weird. This is not okay. This is not okay. I don't know what to make of this question. Right. Yeah, I don't know what to comment. It's not supposed to exist.
1, 2, 3. Here there's 1, 2, 3.
That's okay. Three,
Yeah.
3. Then suddenly there's a 5.
Oh, there's a second part right below where they ask me to reduce it.
Reduce it.
And in the reduction, there's an extra C. There's an extra C here.
Where? I cannot see. I cannot see.
Oh, it's on the computer, but
Okay, can you show me?
the next page is a yeah, I can.
Can you show me some?
The next question is a reduction. He asked me to reduce it, right?
So the C looks normal, right?
So there's 1, 2, 3, and then there's a fourth one here that's not in the question.
What's going on here?
Like,
does that mean that the question is wrong?
I mean, here there's only 1, 2, 3 carbons, but in the reduction for my answer sheet, there's.
So that means there should have been another C going up, and then CN.
Yeah, which makes sense. That's according to what I learned with nucleophilic addition.
Okay, I think we should assume that this is not good of them. That's their fault, right? But if we assume that and it makes sense, better learn like that, rather than assuming that there is actually a C with 5 hand. That's not going anywhere. Okay. Again, it's very unlikely for this to happen in A level. I still cannot believe that this is a TYS. This TYS failure.
Yeah, 2017.
Maybe the TYS misprint. I don't know. I'm giving the benefit of doubt to A level. But when this happened in A level, let's say this happened in level, the invigilator might not be somebody that have a chemistry knowledge, right? In fact, they probably would want the invigilator to not know chemistry, right? So that he cannot help some people, right? Right. Yeah. But you can still raise objections. You can still raise objections.
Okay.
Right. And the answer will not come on that day and time, but you can raise your objection. Right. Okay. So just saying that. Go to the breakout room. Yakin, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Just I'm just going to do more organic stuff.
I'm sorry, what do you say? Next bus? Sorry, what?
Oh, organic. More organic stuff.
Sure.
I think there's memorization to be done.
Perhaps you can do that now. I mean, there isn't much more time, so I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, if you feel like you can focus better, you can stop the tuition. If you want to stay here, that's the point, right?
Yeah, I think I need to get with
Yeah, you haven't eaten.
no, my I didn't go and get dinner myself. So
yeah, go and eat lah. Right? Okay, go.
how long will you be here for? Because if I finish at like just
10-15. That's the best.
10:15. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
So for now, I'll just take my leave.
Sure.
Thanks for it.
No problem. Right. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
For math, what time should I come in? Because I like to make.
I'm starting at 8, so you can come in at 8. You can come at 8:30. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Hello?
Yes. Yes. So give me the first guess.
So my first guess would be we're doing the second one, right?
Second one, yes.
Okay. X minus 2.
All right. So you say x minus 2 is one of the factors. So that's what I'm going to write, right? Oh. X minus 2, right? And then I admit the fact that I do not know A, I do not know B, and I do not know C. Normally, I will find them using long division.
Yeah.
So in comparing coefficient, I resist the urge to long division, and instead I do the reverse of division, which is multiplication, right? So I multiply this, right? So help me multiply. Say it for me. Come on.
AX cube.
X cube. Then let's start with the square, right? This one.
Okay. BX square plus BX.
Right. And
then plus CX.
Right. And then watch me continue the rainbow in the best manner possible. Like this one. What is this?
2AX square.
Minus. Where's your minus?
Sorry, minus 2AX square.
And the way I write it down is I specifically write it down below the x square. This I think should always be done by everybody. Right? This will reduce confusion in exam. Right? The next one, the next rainbow, where do I write down?
At the same place.
Where?
Over here.
Yeah, show me. Yes, very good. So what is it?
So it'll be. Oh, wait, what? What do you? Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
The next rainbow, yes.
So it'll be minus 2BX.
Which I write down below CX, right? And then last one?
Minus 2C.
Right. I should be having 6 terms, right? This is the term, the rainbow I'm looking for, 6 of them, right?
Yeah.
At this stage, then we compare the coefficient. Now I keep saying that. Do you understand what it means or
not? Yes.
So do the comparison. You will immediately get one of them, by the way. In fact, you'll immediately get 2 of them. The 2 guys, A, B, C, 2 of them you immediately get from this method. What is it?
Okay. I will do AX cube, so 6 is A.
Done. And then the second guy you find is not B. The second guy that you find is
C.
Which is, what is C?
Minus 2C equals to A. So
C is?
Minus 4.
Good. Then how do you find B? You have 2 options. Easy peasy lah.
Just substitute them all and I'll just do it the hard way so that I don't make any mistakes.
Correct. Then you will realize that you are correct if both give you the same answer. That's a very good way to check lah.
Yeah, okay.
Right. I'm not saying that this is faster than long division. No, I'm not saying that. If your long division is fast, it will be as fast as this or even faster. However, Kakak Brand has a good point. Some question you cannot avoid, you cannot do long division. Some question you must do this. So call this long multiplication if you like, because that is the nature of this method. You either long division or you long multiply. That's all. After you long multiply, then you can compare. So this is more appropriately called long multiplication. The method. You okay?
Yeah.
Right. There is a certain appeal to this method that extends this method beyond polynomial. That's the other bonus that we are looking for. This method can be applied elsewhere. So please be comfortable with this method. I think that's a proper request from Kakak, right? He's speaking from experience. Okay. So we almost done discussing is the last question. Now proving we cannot discuss much yet.
Yeah.
Right. The only advice I can give you is that you probably still want to go from left to right because right is more simple, right? That's all, right? Simpler. Okay. Also, you may want to take a note that tangent to A the 2A, but you might want to break down to A lah, because the final target only has sign A, right? So maybe that's what you want to do lah for identities. Okay. Right, then I'll leave it to you lah. You seem to be excited with proof, so let's go for it. Now, how about 5 part 2? You read, tell me, how do we approach this? Which type of trigo is this? That's the main question with every trigo question lah.
5 part 2.
Yeah.
This is triangle.
Very good. So you start with that.
Okay.
Right. Now, how do you handle, you have your triangle for A and triangle for B lah. That's a very good thing to realize. Now, how do you handle the first question, sine 90 degree or pi over 2, sine 90 degree plus A? How do you handle this? Do you draw another triangle with 90 degree plus A? Is that how you handle it?
Okay, sorry, what were you saying?
You're gonna draw triangle for A and for B, right?
Yes.
And then sine 90 degree plus A, right? Sine pi over 2 plus A. Are you going to draw another triangle which has 90 degree plus A as an angle? Is that how you're going to handle it?
I could, but no.
Good. You are not to do that. You're going to do something else easier. What is it?
Just use the exact same triangle, then plus 90. So plus 1 quadrant.
Yeah, that's just the wrong approach. You will see why later. Same thing with the cosine A minus B. Are you going to minus A with B from those two triangles? If that's your approach, it's not possible, because the triangle needs to be, it's not possible to do that. Or rather, it is very difficult to do that. There is a much better approach towards 90 plus A and A minus B. What is it?
I could use identities, but that doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
Oh, it does?
It does. It will make your life very easy, in fact. So you don't believe me directly at these 5 marks, right? But if I am correct, you feel free to try both methods. Are you going to try more triangles, or are you going to try identities? You can make a comparison and you can feel the effectiveness of both approaches, right? Because I wouldn't say using more triangle is not logical. It feels logical. That means you have to feel the general effectiveness of both approaches.
Okay.
Right? The same way that Kakak Brian and I asked you to feel the general effectiveness of comparing coefficient and long division. And then we make some claim that comparing coefficient is also a good thing to have, right? So you want to have a feel for both. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, is this enough discussion for tomorrow?
Yeah.
How many marks total?
So I got 7, 9, 13, 18. So, it's 30, so it's 20 out of 30.
Exactly 30. Yeah, it's exactly 30. So 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Right, we have 10 minutes to discuss science. Will that be okay?
Yeah.
Right, let's go to your slide. I'm helping you with the metal one. After metal, at least we can do some question. Right, that's what I'm hoping for. Right.
Okay.
Come on. Share your screen. Go to the slide yesterday. We're going to discuss more reaction, and then we're going to connect that reaction with the reactivity series. That's the goal. That's the goal of whatever we do in this chapter. While you're going there, tell me the first 3 reactions that we discussed yesterday. Metal reacts with
dilute hydrochloric acid.
That's the third one. And then metal react with
Metal reacts with Water.
What kind of water? Chapter 14.
Diluted.
What do you mean by dilute water? There's no such thing as a concentrated
Not
water.
diluted. No, not diluted. Distilled, I mean.
No. Although distilled water would be nice to use in lab, that's not what it was. There's a water which is faster and there's a water which is slower. What kind of water is slower?
Oh, hotter.
Hot water or steam lah, and then cold water, which just means room temperature water. That's all. Right? So he doesn't really mean ice water lah.
Yeah.
Right. So what is the connection between the three reactions with the reactivity series? What is it?
It shows that the faster the molecules of the thing that you're reacting with, the better the reaction and the reactivity series.
I don't understand. Right. Okay. So the reactivity series. Tell me what's the order of the reactivity, and let's connect that with your sentence just now. Okay. Let's remember reactivity series. Tell me.
So we got group 1, group
Good.
2,
Good.
3.
Good. Then.
And then copper.
Carbon. CC. Carbon. Then.
Carbon. And then after that is zip. So zinc, iron, lead.
Very good. And then.
Hydrogen.
Very good.
And then bronze, which is copper. Silver, and then gold.
Good. Now let's go to group 1, group 2, group 3. They are only concerned with 2 things from group 1, usually. 2 things from group 2. What are they?
2 things. Let me look at the periodic table.
You can look at the periodic table. I'm not asking you to memorize. You can look at it actually. Yeah, don't look at that. Then you know already. Just look at the periodic table. Good. Yeah, that guy. No, just now you found it. Page 18. Okay, look at this. Page 18. Come on. Right. So which 2 from group 1 are they more concerned with usually?
Sodium and potassium.
And in that case, who is more reactive?
Potassium.
And then sodium. And then group 2?
And then for group 2 is magnesium and calcium.
Magnesium and calcium, right? So which one's more reactive?
Calcium.
And then magnesium, right?
Yeah.
Now, for the reaction with cold water, the reaction will barely start at which metal?
The reaction.
Yeah, you have to memorize that the reaction start at certain point of the reactivity series. Below that point, you assume that the metal don't react. Above that point, you assume that the metal react. Make sense? Okay. So at which point do we say the metal start to react, and at which point the metal does not react with cold water?
Cold water was potassium. Potassium.
No. Potassium is very violent with cold water. Yeah, obviously that's not the starting point. Right?
Yeah, okay. Then calcium.
No. Magnesium. So you just memorize magnesium as a starting point. Below magnesium, it gets worse, or it gets less reactive, or it gets more reactive.
It just stops reacting.
All right, something like that. Okay. Now with steam, where does it start? Lower or higher than magnesium?
Lower.
Make sense or not?
Yes.
Good. Who is it?
Iron.
Good. Dilute hydrochloric acid, same thing, also higher. Yeah. Right. Okay, good. Then you covered most of the 3 reactions complication, right? Now I asked you to do a homework yesterday, right? That was to ease you to the next few reactions. What was the homework?
Read. Oh no, sorry, not read. There was this.
Yeah, those the 4 combo lah, the 4 combo. So you tell me what you think, what happened or what don't happen lah. Where's the 4 combo? You didn't what?
I didn't search it out.
Oh no, I am not asking you to search it up. I'm thinking. I'm asking you your opinion lah.
Oh, okay. Zinc metal or copper metal. Nothing happens.
Okay, interesting. Then
zinc ion with copper metal reaction happens.
Which is what become what?
Well, what group is zinc?
Zinc is not in group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in the middle. So, well, zinc will become zinc 2 plus if that's your question, and copper will become copper 2 plus if you give him a chance.
Okay.
So what will happen?
I think the second and third reactions are of equal severity.
You're saying that the second situation, something happened. The third situation, also something happened.
Yeah.
Okay, then how about the fourth one?
Obviously, something happened.
So you're saying that,
something happened.
so what, something happened or something don't happen?
Something don't happen.
All right, now let's talk about first and fourth first. The first one, you will realize that both are metal, and so both are in general unhappy.
Yeah.
Why do we keep saying that these metals are unhappy? Because what they want is to
React.
And when we say react, that's too much of a vague word. When they react, what they actually want is to do what?
Ionize.
To lose electron. Correct. In this case, to lose electron. That's what it means for them to react. If they don't lose reacton, they don't react. They only have one way to react, which is to lose electron. That's it.
Okay.
They're even being very particular. Zinc will only become zinc 2 plus. He does not accept being zinc 1 plus. He does not accept being zinc 3 plus, 4 plus, 5 plus, whatever. There's only one thing that he wants. He wants to become zinc 2 plus.
I see.
Sodium only wants to be one thing. Sodium metal wants to become?
Zinc, so sodium ion.
Which is sodium how many plus?
2 plus.
Which group? Which group is sodium? Come
on. What does this even mean?
Group 1 there.
Okay.
So sodium just want to become?
Sodium 1 plus.
All right. So in zinc metal and copper metal, you have two metals which both are unhappy with their current state. They both want to react. They both want to. So why don't they just react with each other? They both want to react what?
Yeah.
So why don't they? That's what you're saying, man. They don't. So why don't they?
That doesn't make any sense.
So you're saying that they should react.
Yes.
So you're saying that zinc metal see copper metal, right? Zinc metal say, I will lose electron. Copper metal also say, I will lose electron. And therefore, they both lose electron.
Never mind. No, it doesn't work.
Why doesn't that work?
Because one of them has to gain in order for the reaction to work.
You have a good understanding about chemical reaction. You cannot just lose to give, correct?
Yeah.
So does something happen or not when these two unhappy metals meet each other?
Nothing happens.
Very good. Now let's go to the fourth scenario. The fourth scenario is zinc ion, which is a happy guy, right? He achieved his goal in life. Copper ion also achieved his goal in life. Copper's desire is not to stay copper. That's our desire. His desire is to become copper ion. So zinc ion has achieved his life goal. And by the way, we don't want zinc to become zinc ion 1. We want zinc to stay zinc 1. We want metal to stay metal. Metal doesn't want that. Right? So zinc ion, he achieved his life purpose. Copper ion achieved his life purpose. They both meet in water usually. What will happen? You say nothing much, right? Nothing much will happen. So are you still of the same opinion?
Yes.
All right. And I agree with you. That's all. They achieved their life goal already. There is no incentive to change themselves into unhappiness.
Okay. So nothing will happen for all of the reactions.
You are totally wrong. Right?
I'm wrong.
So let's talk about condition 2 and condition 3. You say that in both cases, something will happen. So let me paint the picture for you. Yeah. Zinc ion is a very happy state, right? Because, he has achieved his life goal. Copper metal is not the happiest metal around. If possible, he want to become ion also. So copper metal unhappy means zinc ion happy. You're claiming that something happened.
No, I changed my mind. Nothing happened.
Okay, in stage 2, nothing happened. Okay, let's say I agree with you. Then how about scenario 3?
Also, nothing happens.
You are wrong. Scenario 3 is exactly what we talked about last time. Something do happen. Zinc metal is unhappy, remember? Copper ion is happy. Right? So let me circle where they are now. Let me circle where they are. using annotation. Would you mind giving me the power to annotate?
Okay. I'm not good.
Give me the power.
Okay, I've given you the power.
Now, zinc, copper, right? Zinc, when he meets copper 2 plus, he will force Cu2 plus to accept his 2 electrons. He will do so.
Yeah.
He will forcefully do so, and therefore he becomes zinc 2 plus. And copper 2 plus has no choice but become copper again. Why does this happen? Because the increase of happiness in zinc is greater than the increase of unhappiness experienced by Cu2 plus.
Yeah. Okay.
How come when the situation is reversed, nothing happened? So the situation is the other way in scenario 2. We start with this and that, and then I claim nothing happened. Why is that so? Why don't Cu forces zinc 2 plus to accept his electron? Why don't? Why don't this happen?
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand.
Because when Cu becomes Cu2 plus, that's his goal, right? Or for giving 2 electrons, he will have some happiness, right? He will have some happiness.
Yeah.
But zinc 2 plus have to go back to become zinc, which he becomes very unhappy. The increase of happiness of Cu in this case does not offset the increase of unhappiness that zinc 2 plus experience.
Okay.
So there is a different degree of happiness and unhappiness going on, such that scenario 2, nothing happened. But scenario 3, something does happen. Okay. I will now make the reactivity series complete, and then we'll end today. Now let's go back to your Jamboard. You don't have to share your screen anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to write in Jamboard. Okay, so where's your Jamboard? Page. Okay. Now watch me do a mirror image of the reactivity series. Remember, this is group 1, group 2, group 3, right? And then carbon, and then this is hydrogen. So here you have your 3 dots, your ZIP, and you have another 3 dot, which is your copper, silver, gold. Okay.
Yeah.
So dot, 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 mirror image, right? And then this will be my H plus. Dot, dot, dot is my C4 plus. I explain why it is C4 plus. And then my group 3, which is 3 plus, of course. My group 2, which is 2 plus, of course. And my group 1, which is 1 plus. Okay. You learn from the very start that the order means something. The higher you are, the more reactive you are. I am telling you what your teacher will not tell you. They usually only explain this at year 5 or year 6 chemistry. You might not be taking that, right? So there is a mirror image, the exact mirror image below, of which all of these are already ions. These are ions, right? These are metals. So as we go down, this is very not reactive. Now, let's use a more human adjective to describe that. When you're very reactive, you are very unhappy or you're very happy?
Very unhappy.
Right, you're correct.
Yeah.
So when you're very not reactive, you're very stable, right? You're very stable. You don't like to change, man. You're happy only what? Happy, no?
Yeah. Okay.
So let's say this is a sodium, and there's a potassium here, right? Potassium metal. Down here, you have potassium ion. This is only a matter of losing 1 electron. But to him, he becomes from very unhappy into very happy. He experienced such an increase in happiness. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, where is zinc metal? Here. There's zinc metal, right? Okay, I'm going to focus on zinc metal. And where is copper ion? Where's copper ion? Show me the position of copper ion.
Over here.
Where is it? I don't see anything. Copper ion.
I got kicked out of the jungle.
That's so weird.
Page 9, right?
No, page 2. We have been doing page 2 of the new Jamboard.
Oh, I mean, okay, yeah, I was referring to page 9 in the audio one. Yeah.
Page 2. You have been paying attention to page 2, right? You have been,
Yes.
right? Okay. So where is the position of copper ion in this expanded reactivity series?
Well, it's here.
Where? I don't see anything. Page 2. Yeah, that's a carbon. That's not copper. You keep referring to carbon as copper. No, that's
Okay.
carbon.
Carbon
So-
is copper is group 2, right? So be here.
Copper is not group 2, but it does become Cu2 plus. Right? So it's not group 2 though. It's not group 2. Where's copper? Come on, you know the position of copper metal. Where's the position of copper metal?
Yeah.
Where is it? No, not referring to C as copper. You're not an amateur in chemistry, okay? Copper is Cu. Where is copper? You memorize this. You memorize this very
it's
well.
going to
Where's
front,
copper?
It's here, it's here.
Where?
It'll be here.
Okay, I'm waiting for your laser pointer. Goodness me. Yeah, that's copper. So I'm asking you not for copper. You're correct, it's there. I'm asking you for copper ion. Where is it?
So it'll be here. I mean, the
Waiting.
dot is hiding, but it's there.
I'm waiting. Where's copper ion? Come on, laser pointer, do your job. Where is copper ion? Show me again.
I'm still circling it.
Oh goodness, it's a waste of time. So release the circle. Release the circle. Ah, that's why. When you release that, it starts to show in my face. So it's when you keep circling, I don't see it, like maybe something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so interesting. So here's your copper ion. You're absolutely correct. You now get it right. That's your copper ion.
Yeah, okay. I keep mixing them up.
Yeah. Now observe the change when zinc forces copper to accept his electron, right?
Yeah.
Observe the change. When you go up, you become unhappy, right? When you go down, you become happier. Do you see the comparison? The increase in happiness is greater than the increase in unhappiness.
Yeah.
So this reaction will happen now, right? Now let's compare the other scenario. The other scenario is you start with what? You start with copper metal and zinc ion, correct?
Yeah.
If you want to force the reaction, the zinc ion becomes zinc metal and the copper becomes copper ion. Do you see why this will not happen?
Yeah.
Why? In your own words?
Okay, so because I keep mixing up C. Okay, never mind, I don't understand.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, please don't mix Cu and C. Cu is copper, C is carbon. Just you have to memorize that. You have to memorize that.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Please explain to yourself how come the yellow one doesn't happen.
Because the Cu is less. The extent of happiness that Cu gets, it's not equal to the unhappiness that zinc gets. Zinc becomes more unhappy, so it's not fair.
Yeah. Not that it's not. It's never fair. It's never fair. But in the grand scheme of things, yeah, unhappiness increase lah. Correct. So it doesn't happen. No. It doesn't happen. Okay. The black reaction is also unfair to Cu, man. It's also unfair. But it will still happen. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Now, this is the displacement reaction that your slide is talking about, right? Okay. So, here is my homework question. There's only one. There's only one homework question, right? There's an expanded, this is the expanded version of reactive series, which we will refer to from now on. Whenever I say reactive series, it is the expanded version, no longer just the half version. Okay. Now, referring to this expanded version, how come most metal react with water, at least hot water, How come? This expanded reactivity series explain it a lot. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I will first ask you, I'll help you by giving you a hint. Where is water in this expanded reactivity series? Where is it?
It's not here.
It is. In this expanded reactivity series, which is supposedly metal, I give you two non-metal, which keeps messing you up. Now they will start to show their worth. What are the two non-metals that we slip in here? The carbon,
Yeah.
and the other one is H, which is hydrogen, correct? Okay, I slip in two non-metal. Carbon and hydrogen are non-metal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my question is, where is water in this expanded reactivity series? Do you see water?
No.
Yes, water is here. Let me tell you where. This guy. That's water.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen plus is water. How come? Because oxygen is a greedy bastard, remember?
Yes.
In the relationship of H2O, it's not an equal sharing. Oxygen is greedy. Oxygen will do what?
It will continue being greedy.
Yeah. What does it mean by oxygen being greedy? He will take what? He will take? He will claim what?
It will claim the ions, the extra ions of hydrogen.
Electron. The electrons of hydrogen, right? And
Yeah.
hydrogen will let him be because hydrogen is not the greedy guy. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So the H in H2O is no longer possessing his electron very much. Therefore, H2O is H plus effectively. Okay. So this is where your metal, your water lies. My homework question is, how come the three reactions happen? How come metals react with water? I want you to answer it based on this expanded reactivity series. The metals are here, right? The metals are there.
Yeah.
The water is here. How come the reaction happened? Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay. That's the homework, right? So you have your homework, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right.